hop on live today and talk to you about the Get Organized Productivity for Nonprofits course. So that course is on sale today and the sale is ending. It's 50% off right now. So I thought I would just explain what's in it for those of you who haven't joined it, and whether, just to help you decide whether it's for you or not. Yeah, I'm not trying to do a hard sell. I just want to tell you what's in it to see if it would help you possibly with your nonprofit's productivity, reaching your nonprofit's goals, making your processes streamlined, improving your team communications. So those are the big overall goals of the course. And while I'm chatting about it, I'm going to put the link to the page here in the comments. And if you all have any questions, please let me know. Okay, so the Get Organized course I launched last year because I saw a lot of need among my clients and among students in the Grant Writing Made Easy course for something that would help them organize not just their grant writing processes, but all, the bigger foundational processes in their nonprofits. So everything to, how they run team meetings, how they organize their digital files, how they plan their goals, and then plan their strategies, and then their action plan for the year, to how they plan which grants they're going to apply for, and then how they make sure they get all the materials in on time for the applications or LOIs or grant reporting, and how they track those prospects. So those are the main areas of the course. So the 4 videos are week 1, accomplishing your goals; week 2, standardizing your work; week 3, enhancing team communications; week 4, tracking grants. So in addition to the video guides that just kind of walk you through the best practices, like organizational and productivity strategies, specifically for nonprofits. So this is not just for like anybody in general, this is for nonprofits. So in addition to those videos, we have materials that go along with it, like an organizational analysis worksheet, and it has a SMART goals planner and a quarterly action planner. We have a standard work template. So this is kind of like a standard operating procedures template that you can use to just create, just to set out every step of the processes that you repeat and do all the time. And this is something I started doing pretty early on in my business because I knew I wanted to grow, and I knew I needed to set those processes down so that I could hand them off to someone else. So this is a really great thing to have, whether you expect to grow your team or whether you don't really expect to grow your team. I bet you will eventually, especially when you start winning grants. But just imagine like what could happen, and this is very relevant right now. What happens if you get sick or something happens that takes you out of the game? You need someone who can look at your processes, whether it's, like we have processes that are written down on paper, but also because of how we have all these online course materials, we also have recordings, video recordings showing how we do things. So it's important to have that documentation and to keep it updated so that let's say you forget part of a process because you don't do it that often, but it is something that you do maybe once a quarter, you have it all written out so you can go back to it and make sure you don't miss anything, or you can hand it off to someone else, or if someone has to take over for you for a while, they have all that information there. So we've got templates for that. I also have job description templates for executive staff, because if your responsibilities are not clearly laid out, then there is going to be overlap. There are going to be things that get missed or repeated, or people just don't understand their roles and what they really should be focusing on. So we have templates for a development director, so that's your grant writing and fundraising person, your executive director, finance director, and program director. So I tried to aggregate as many different tasks as those roles might do. But, you can cull some of those out. Like if you think that some of them, aren't quite what you're looking for just yet, then you can take those off, and it's all on Word document. So you can change it as you need to. And then you can use that for both job ads, but also for, hey there, I see some more people joining. So say hello in the comments. So you can use it for both for job ads, but also just to have in their file. So I have these in my employees' files, and I look at them every 6 months, and we make changes to the description. So if things have processes have changed, they've taken on new responsibilities, they've removed responsibilities and handed off to someone else. So that way we always know where they're at. And it's also very useful for when you do your 6 month or annual reviews with your employees. Then you can go through that list and evaluate based on what they've been doing and how well they've been doing it. The next thing that you'll get in the Get Organized course is a meeting agenda template, because I'm sure we've all been in meetings that don't seem to have an agenda at all, or it has a vague agenda and you're not quite sure how you're going to accomplish it. Well, this really lays it all out for you, and all you have to do is take this template, pop in some elements and, dates, times, who's going to be there. It even helps you track things after the meeting is over, so that you know who is responsible for which task when it's due, so that there's no question of what the next steps are. Because there's nothing worse than sending an email after a meeting being like, okay, now who's doing what that we talked about in this meeting? No, that is a waste of time. So that document will help you keep your meetings on track, help you keep a record of decisions made, and make sure everything that you have decided upon is immediately actionable. Now, the other thing that I created is a digital file organization template, and it's in the format of Google Drive folders. So this actually lays out 3 levels of files. So the primary, secondary, and tertiary files that you would use to organize all the major parts of your nonprofit's files, from what your executive director would use to what your development director would use, and then it goes 3 levels into that. So we've got folder, subfolder, subfolder. And what you can do is you can download that, or you can make a copy and put it in your Google Drive, and then you can just immediately start using it. So you don't have to figure out how to organize all of these files. It's all right there for you. And then the next thing is a grants tracker spreadsheet. If you're in the Grant Writing Made Easy course, you actually have access to this in Module 1, but some people aren't in the Grant Writing Made Easy course, so they get access to that spreadsheet template. And so that helps you track and analyze grant opportunities for your organization, so you don't miss any deadlines ever again. Then we have a grant opportunity notes template. And I just expanded this to be a 3-page template. It's what we're using with all of our clients now, so that you can list everything in one place and you don't have to go searching around for different pieces of information about the grant opportunity. So it has a section for eligibility criteria, restrictions for your next grant opportunity. It helps you figure out which information you already have and which information you need to collect for this specific application. It even helps you plan your writing schedule, so you have that on track. Because one thing I hate doing is going back again and again to a grantmaker's website or the funding opportunity announcement and trying to find the piece of information that I can't remember, or I'm not sure about. So it's all laid out right there. And then just this week on Monday, I put a bonus video in the course too on writing productivity. And a lot of the things can be used for any type of productivity, kind of like personal productivity. But it's really teaching you like the tried and true tactics that I use as a grant writing consultant, just to get my writing done. Everything from like setting the mood, to like strategies for the actual writing to help you get writing. So there are a lot of different components and aspects to that. Yeah, so that's what's in the course. That's what it will help you do. It is laid out so that you do 1 chunk per week. So, the first week would be your goal setting. and accomplishing your goals and coming up with an action plan to accomplish your goals. And I recommend doing it by quarters, especially right now when things are just so up and down. Like, I know it's very difficult right now to think far ahead when we don't even know, like, can we be around each other? Can I have in person services? So I really do show you how to do that by the quarter. And then the second week is standardizing your work. The third week is enhancing team communications. And the fourth week is tracking grants. So the goal is to watch these short videos. I think they're mostly around 20 minutes a piece. Watch the short videos and then immediately just spend the rest of your time that you've set aside for the course that week implementing it. Now, you probably won't get every single thing done in the entire, like every single thing you need done in your organization in that week for that task, because new things come up. But for example, the accomplishing your goals one, you should be able to have clear and finite goals after you're done, and strategies and an action plan that week. And then the rest is like keeping up with implementing it over the quarter. Standardizing your work, that's always a process of documenting things. What I like to do is have a list of all the processes I need documented. And then as I do those tasks, I document it and write it out, or I'll record it using a Loom video. And that way I'm not just spending like days documenting processes, I'm documenting them as I go. But that week will set you up to start doing that. The enhancing team communications, again, that's an ongoing thing. But this again is going to set up the procedures for you to do that. And tracking grants, it's going to set it up for you. Basically, I'm trying to take, this course is not meant to take a ton of time to do. It's meant to be fast, give you the materials you need, give you the templates that you need, and just be done with it because you're busy. That's why you're in this course, is because you need help getting organized. You don't need to sit and watch a ton of stuff. You need to just get it and go. So that's what the course is meant to do. It's not meant to be super long and difficult to do. It's supposed to be something that you can sit down, 20 minutes, watch a video, and then do the rest of the work and get yourself set up. So a couple questions that I get about this. When is the deadline to join? There's no deadline, but the sale, the 50% off, it's actually a little more than 50%. It's $47 instead of $97 right now. It's a one-time payment. There are no subscription fees, nothing like that. That ends tonight at 11:59 p.m. Central. You can work through the course at your own pace, and but it is, like I said, meant to be done in a month, so 4 weeks. Do you get lifetime access to the course is another question that I get a lot. Yes, you get lifetime access to the course. So once you place your order, you'll get an email with your course login info and instructions. And as long as you don't request a refund, then you will never have your course access revoked. And like I said, there are no recurring fees to stay in the course. Then what if the course doesn't help you? We actually had someone tell us that today. They were like, yeah, we went through the course. We thought it was going to be more about grants. It wasn't. There's like 1 week is about tracking grants, but it's not about grant writing. That's Grant Writing Made Easy. So yeah, we gave her the refund, no problem. And if you have trouble logging in or need help with something else, as always, just email us at support@grantwritingmadeeasy.com. And also anytime you have trouble logging in, you can always reset your password from the login page. If you're already in one of our other grant writing courses and you purchase this Get Organized course, then you will, and if you use the same email address when you purchase it, you can just log into it using your existing username and password. So you can just get right in immediately. Yeah, so we have like 11 hours left if you want to join us with the $50 discount. And another thing that I wanted to say, like, who is this course good for? If you are struggling with everything that's on your to-do list, or you don't even know what should be on your to-do list as a nonprofit leader, then this course will help you figure that out and help you get it done. If you find grant opportunities that would be perfect for your nonprofit, but you can't get yourself or your team organized enough to gather all the information, produce the information you need to write the grant and submit it on time, this course is going to help you get organized enough to do that. If you are the only person who knows how to do everything in your nonprofit, no, 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 no. We don't want that. We want this to be scalable. We want you to be able to take vacations. If the information lives inside your head and your head alone, and it isn't documented so that other people can take over tasks for you, then you need this course. And then I want to also talk to you a little bit about why now is the time. Now is the time to get organized. And this is speaking from someone who was so overwhelmed this week because, of course, COVID. I have a 1-year-old. We don't have childcare, but I think we're going to have to change that. We don't have childcare because of COVID because I'm, afraid. Um, but we had that. My husband has been sick, not with COVID though. And then we had an ice storm, and we still don't have internet. I'm doing this right now from a personal hotspot I have set up, and a lot of people don't have power, and it was just like the trees are down everywhere. It's a mess. It has been a stressful week, but one of the things that I continue to do is organize myself, get my files organized, keep on top of that stuff because it piles up quickly. And the truth is, there's never an ideal time to get organized. Never. There never is going to be an ideal time. It's always going to be something that you have to do on top of everything else that you're doing. So now is the time to do it, to make your life easier starting now. And we want you to be on the path to reaching your nonprofit's goals, and we want it to be easy, we want you to be more effective, and we want it to be a pleasurable process. So as we start wrapping up 2020, thank the Lord, we might be realizing that we haven't been as productive as we'd hoped and planned on January 1, 2020. I don't know anybody who has. I don't know any way you could have been. But the way that we could start planning for that, now that we know what we know, is to start getting organized and making things easier on ourselves as much as possible. And hey, you don't have to do this all on your own. You can enlist somebody else, a volunteer, somebody on your board, if you don't have staff, to help you get this stuff together. And they can get access to the course as well, just using your login info. And so I really think right now, with everything going on, we need to be more organized than ever. I know it can be a struggle to get motivated. Do what you need to do, get your inspiration where you can get it, and then I'm giving you the tools to use that motivation to make it happen. So let's end 2020. Let's end 2020. With plans and hope for 2021, knowing that we have the tools to be organized and make things easier on ourselves and be able to deal with difficulties and obstacles as they come up, because we already have systems in place. We have our team on board with how we're organized and what we're doing, what our goals are, so that we can keep going, keep serving more people, or whatever it is that you do. Maybe you have an animal shelter, you keep serving animals. Whatever it is, you keep going with your cause, because we know the work isn't going to end. And just because it's hard doesn't mean we're not doing it right. It means that we need to figure out strategies to deal with the things that are hard. Okay, so that was my little motivational speech. And I will also tell you, I feel like it's made a huge difference for me using the quarterly action plan, because now every day I go to my quarterly action plan in the morning and I say, I have one goal. I have only one goal for the rest of this quarter, and then I have 10 strategies, and underneath that I have smaller actions to fulfill those strategies, and my whole team is aware of it. I have this on a project in Asana So they go in, they see the top line goal, then they see the 10 strategies under it, and then they see the actions that they have been assigned, due dates, and we are all kind of like moving along this train together. We know what we're working towards, because I know in the past, a lot of times, just with me as the leader, I'm just handing off tasks and smaller projects. And I want my team to have a big picture of how it's all coming together, what we're all working towards, because that motivates and guides us more than just these tiny tasks that we need to get done. And we can sometimes lose sight of the forest for the trees, right? And when you're especially in a mission driven organization like a nonprofit, you need to have that big goal in mind, and you need to be able to say, here's exactly, just like in a logic model and a grant, here's exactly what we're doing to reach that goal every single day, every week, every month, every quarter. So if that sounds like something you want to do, if that sounds appealing to you, that's what this course is going to help you with. So again, I have put the link to the course sales page in the comments, and the sale ends tonight at 11:59 p.m. Central Time. So I hope to see you in the course. I've got some more fun things planned for it, and you get lifetime access to it. I've already added more stuff since I launched it last year, and I will keep adding to it. So you'll get access to everything that gets added from now on. All right, thank you all so much. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Happy Halloween. Vote next week, and I will see you soon. Bye.